A message from Spirit for those of you who are born in life path number 1. So I'm starting a new series with sequences, messages for each and every life path number. We have 9 different life paths, but we have also 3 additional life paths. Was difficult to see. The additional are number 11, 22, and 33. So you ask, well, how can I find or figure out what is my life path number? Well, if you have difficulty, I highly encourage you to ask ChatGPT to help you. Just write in the comment section, what can you figure out my life path number? But if you want to do it yourself, it's as simple as you add your date of birth, your month of birth, and the year of birth. Add those digits all together, and you will get, of course, a high number. Now, if you get the number 11, 22, or 33, you are not supposed to divide those up, because they, as I said, are additional special numbers. Now, if you get, for example, a number in total, number 41, for example, then you sum together 4 plus 1, and then you get number 5, and that is your life path number. So we start with number 1, life path number 1. And let's see what life path number 1, what is the message for them. Now, the life path number 1 is the natural leader. They are the pioneers, and they are driven by independence, ambitions, and a strong sense of purpose. For careers, you should choose to be, of course, an entrepreneur, executive manager, politicians, sales, finances, solo artist, or athletes, professional athletes. So if that is your life path number, and you are at a young age and you still don't know what you want to become, now you have some options to choose from. So, as you can see, as always, I've pulled out some cards that can lead us into this message for those of you who are born in life path number 1. And you are the entrepreneurs, the executive managers, the politicians. You can work within finances, sales. I feel that the stock market maybe will be a good thing for you. So with that said, let's see, what is the message? Being in the flow. I am in the flow of the universe. So maybe you are a little bit rigid, because one of the negative the quantities of those of you who are born within life path number 1, you can be a little bit stubborn and rigid, and maybe it's encouraging you to go more with the flow and not plan each and every detail out in your life. Of course, when you are working within sales and you are an entrepreneur, I understand that there are many, of course, things that you need to plan and figure out and take the leadership of. But maybe things will be floating more. There is something about finding the passion, right? It's not just about doing and planning, you know. It's also about finding the passion for the things that you have the passion for the things that you do, especially if you are a leader. Of course, you have to first of all lead with an example, but you have to those you are leading have to believe in you. And then you, if you are not going with the flow and you don't have any passion, you don't have any drive, then you will be a boring leader, and you will be very you will show out off as very self-centered, dominating, micromanaging, and that is not a good thing. So yeah. So let's see, what more? Choreograph. It's interesting that I just talk about being in the flow, and then you get a message about choreograph. Now with the choreograph, this is for me the micromanaging, right? When you don't trust the ones that that you don't trust the ones that you are leading. So there is something about dividing the tasks. You know, a good leader, of course, see the qualities of the ones they are leading, especially within a work environment. And the more you get to know your employers, the ones that you are the leader of, the ones that you are the executive manager of, the more you get to know them, the more you understand the qualities that they have within themselves, and the more it is easier for you to give them the tasks that are that they will easily solve. So don't do it all yourself. It's not about doing all yourself, but it's about being a good example and show that you are a good leader and that you trust the ones that you lead. Let's look at the last one. Sharing of yourself. I accept and love myself. Yeah, don't get so... this is, of course, if you are very self-centered in a bad way, you know? Yes, you accept and love yourself, but not being in a self-centered way, you know, in an egotistic way, that everything is all about you. Especially if you, as we said here, we saw here with, if you are an athlete, a professional athlete, and for example, if you if you are a part of a football team, or soccer as you Americans call it, a football team or soccer, there are many other people who also are a part of the group, and it's not all about you. Yes, of course, you are as important, but not in a self-centered way. So let's see. Oh yes, maybe that is something for you with life path number 1. Have to be consider about, because You can show off as very dominating, right? And with maturity, you understand that you can't dominate other people, because other people also have free will. And that is maybe something that you have had trouble with in previous years, because you are so used to taking the leadership. But as you grow older and you get more experienced, maybe you find that when you are better at dividing tasks between and not doing all by yourself, but have the trust with other people, and being more in the flow, so you find harmony and stability, and maybe enjoy life a little bit more. Because if you are an entrepreneur like myself, you know that you can get very dedicated towards your work, and you can be very consumed about your work life. So maybe there is something about finding also the balance between rest and work. Even if this is easy peasy for you, you have to have the balance. I think I will move them a little bit like this. Okay. So let's see. What more can you say to those who are born within the life path number 1? Okay. So let's look at the cards here first, and then we see underneath the surface at the end what is maybe troubling you, maybe worrying you. Okay, let's see. Yes, this is the Hierophant. Of course, the Hierophant is in the original tarot deck, that is the Rider White. It's depicted the Pope, and we all know the Pope is of course the grand leader within Christianity, right? Everyone knows who the Pope is and what the Pope stands for, and he's of course trying to be the good example for the Christian community, and he has of course a lot of knowledge about his field, because he has studied, right? He has studied a lot, and he is a leader of so many priests, so many bishops, and of course he is the ruler of the state Vatican. And yeah, he is in Christianity the one that is they say is the closest to God. He is God's representative here on earth. Maybe maybe the Pope. The first Pope maybe were born in life path number 1. I don't know. But I feel that, of course, communication is crucial when you are a leader. But this is also for those of you who are entrepreneurs. You create your empire from nothing. Right? Just maybe some of you started with 2 empty hands, as I remember always the classic from the American Dream. They always say that they start with 2 empty hands and then they build their richness from that. I don't know if that is 100% true, but yeah, I started with 2 empty hands myself, very little money on the account, and slowly but surely I'm increasing my value of my company. So yeah, but my life path number is not number 1, just to just to keep it clear. But yeah, I can resonate with this. Ooh, the 8 of Wands with traveling. Yes, it's a message for you to take this as a journey, you know? From the empty hands, the empty account. When you are building your branch, when you're building your fortune, take it as a journey, being in the flow. Don't plan too much, and of course, rely on that people will help you along the way also. Even though you are, of course, the leader type, you need the help from others. You know, the Pope, he has to collaborate with the bishops. He has to collaborate with the priests, and he has to collaborate with many things to keep this system of Catholicism, to keep it going. Get fundraisers, of course, to keep the churches going. Yeah, keep the monasteries in float. So take it as a journey. And the last, the Queen of Wands. Yes, she is the charismatic leader, of course, besides the king. And don't be afraid of sharing of yourself and share with others. Don't be dominating, don't be self-centered, don't be stubborn, don't be egotistic. But a good leader, as I said, is the one that shares his fortune with others. He shares his richness with others, not his own entire fortune, but a good leader pays his employers the salary that they deserve, right? If they work hard and consistently, and they are dedicated towards helping you to receive more money, of course you have to increase their salary so they will feel valued from you as a leader. You can't sit and expect that people will still work and support your company if you don't pay them well. That is tyranny, right? Let's see. the last message. Okay, so we have the master. Interesting. So life path number 1 is the first. It's the first of the life paths. And of course, that is, I feel that that is, of course, mastering yourself. Look at how capable you are to build something from scratch. Yeah, so it's the mastering of the self. So if you are able to if you are able to finish this life path at the end of your days, then you will pass as the master at the end. And then you will, of course, level up. I have no idea how synchronized this is. If we all start within life path number 1, or maybe, or how this is from the universe. Maybe life path number 1 is your lifetime number 1000. I have no idea. So I can't answer you if this is synchronized or not, but let's think so. Okay, I thank you so much for watching this interesting video, this interesting message. I will wish you all the best for completing your life path number throughout this life, and I see you again in another reading very soon. Adios.